Good evening, everyone. Happy welcome. Wednesday evening, San John Bont Marathon Madness. Today we're going to talk about season 3, episode 2, starting out with a rough start. Um, and then season 8, episode 61, terrific toddlers on Tuesday 2. So let's get into it. Starting with season 3, episode 2, starting out with a rough start. So in this episode, um, and this is the Tuesday, so this is the next day after the first day of the semester 2. He's still doing the regrouping process, process of the Brotherhood. Um, but it starts out like normal. He gets breakfast. He goes to the breakfast club. He talks to the Brotherhood 2.0 and Erica, and they chit chat. They eat breakfast. They do some activities. And then the bell ring, the first period starts with Miss Hendricks with their language arts. They begin to work on their book that they discussed yesterday, and that's basically what they do. Reading with Miss Warnock, second period, they do the same thing as language arts. They do their book, begin their book. Well, they do activity, it's like an assignment, and then they do their book. And then third period, Miss Cornell is a little bit stressful this time. It's a new lesson, and the math is getting harder and harder as the eighth grade year goes on. So it's kind of stressful. And they have an exit ticket, which is even more stressful. It's a left start already with plate algebra going into the new semester. But he survives it. Then he goes to lunch, and some of the missing members, except for the new assistant, Aiden, oh my gosh, but some of the members that were missing yesterday are back, and we asked if Hunter asked if they want to continue to Brotherhood. And they said yes. Hunter made them do the contract for the Brotherhood. Let's see. And that's pretty, they eat lunch, they chit chat. That's pretty much it. Then they go to Stay Hall. Hunter works on some work, but we don't see it. And then Miss Fairchild Science, they have bed work, and then they have a lesson and activity. It's kind of left, but he gets through it. And then choir is the same with Mr. Neville, same old, same old. I think there's a sub or something, but they just do like they practice. I mean, they watch like a music thing or something. I don't remember fully, but and then he goes to um, geography with geography, yeah. With Mr. Wild Language, they just have a lesson pretty much, an assignment, and then resource. It's kind of left because they have their hard math assignment, but him, Erica, Jennifer, Kate, and it's left because they have Jennifer and Kate and Hannah, which Hannah is driving Hunter crazy, and it's even worse than the first semester. Um, so it's kind of left, but he gets the assignment done, and it's always good. Bell rings at 3:35, and Hunter heads home. Now, season 8, episode 61, Terrific Toddlers on Tuesday, number 2. So this is a Tuesday. This is first semester, so we're going back a little bit to first semester, the last couple of weeks of first semester of 11th grade year. Um, so he gets breakfast. He gets on the Hartman bus, and today is a preschool day. So Hunter is Mr. Hunter today. Um, and um, and so it starts out, they have their centers. So all the kiddos all do their centers, and then they have the morning meeting or calendar time, circle time, whatever you want to call it. Goes smoothly. And then he goes to music. I mean, they go to the toddlers, the preschoolers, whatever you want to call them, go to their music lesson, which is fun. And then reading or like story time. They have their story. I don't remember the theme of the week. It's probably at winter or something. It's December at this point. So I don't really remember. It might be, you know what? It might be. It might. I think it might be culture week. I think so. We're talking about different cultures and stuff, and then I believe, and it could be for the first week. I think it might be, but and then they have alphabet lesson, and then they have snack time. They do their fun snack song, um, and then they have their physical activity time. Um, to burn off all the sugar, which they do some fun game. Um, and then they go to themed lesson, and I don't remember what job I have as Mr. Hunter today, but on this day, but I teach something or help with something. But anyway, I think I do the music lesson. I think. But anyway, and then they have their centers, and then they have their closing time, they have their goodbye song, and then they go home with their parents. And all the preschoolers were well behaved. We had some terrific toddlers today. All the that day were good and good vibes and behaving, and it was all good. Um, and then Hartman goes on the bus, gets back to the high school. He's no longer Mr. Hunter. He's back to Savage and Hunter. Um, and then he goes to Stay Hall, and then he goes to, which we don't see, and then lunch, and he has a barhead meeting. They have lunch. It's Taco Tuesday, I believe, um, because it's Tuesday, and it's game day Tuesday, remember? So Hunter does some games and stuff, and then finishes eating, and then we go to science with Mr. Minda. Um, they have a lesson and then like an activity, I believe. And then he goes to Mr. Stevens, which is Algebra 2. They have a lesson. And then he goes to Resource. They do the Algebra 2 assignment together. It's kind of stressful, but they get through it. It gets turned in. All was good. All was terrific on this Tuesday. And then they go to U.S. History with Mr. Wyoming. They have a lesson. And then they have an assignment. And then the bell rings at 3:30, and that's all. And that is it for this episode. So jump up, Marathon Madness. And I'll see you Friday night for another episode. It's been a short week this week, but hey. But Friday night for another episode of Sajon Bach Marathon Madness. I'll see you then. Bye for now. God bless you all, and I'll see you for tomorrow night. Bye, all.